Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Jinger Duggar taught, husband will leave if you don't comply. Counting on alum, Jinger Duggar is back participating in interviews following the release of her new book, People Pleaser. Jinger has been open regarding exposing the harmful teachings of the IBLP. However, Jinger surprised many with the new detail she shared, where she thought her husband would leave her if she didn't comply. Keep reading to see her statements. Counting on. Jinger Duggar back in NYC for book's release. Jinger recently took to Instagram to share her touchdown in NYC to release her book, People Pleaser. This was the second time Jinger landed in NYC to launch a memoir. In January 2023, the Counting on alum released her first book, Becoming Free Indeed, which features her disentanglement from the questionable teachings of the IBLP. Jinger's new title, People Pleaser, will showcase how she was able to break free from living up to the expectations of others. It will also tell parts of her childhood to early adulthood, where she struggled to identify herself. Jinger taught husband will leave if she didn't comply. Jinger Duggar recently had an interview where she shared another questionable teaching of the IBLP. According to the Counting on alum, her previous church would tell women to obey their husbands at any cost, or they would leave them. She continued, I will just say a lot of it started when I was in the teachings of Bill Gothard, because there was so much that was drilled into you through what he said about trying to please your husband, and if you don't, he's going to leave you. Jinger Duggar from Counting on, TLC, sourced from Jinger and Jeremy Volo YouTube. Another reason they were told to was if they left the house dirty or didn't make dinner for their husband. She added, or you're not joyfully available to him at all times. Before saying, it was also focused on, do this, do this, do this, do this. Otherwise, you're not going to be enough for him. Counting on. Jinger Duggar assures her stories are real. During the same interview, Jinger Duggar said that she wrote People Pleaser as accurately as possible, adding that the stories were very raw. The Counting on alum continued, people can take them as they will. In my mind, I was like, okay, I want to be as open and vulnerable as I can be, because that is part of the need that we see. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar have yet to share their comments on Jinger's book, but sources claim that Jim Bob wasn't a fan of some of his daughter's books. One of them was Jill's Counting the Cost. It talked about his dark secrets, including his alleged lies about the family's income from the reality show. If you are looking for more Duggar family news, come back to TV Shows Ace for all your updates. Title: Jinger Duggar taught, husband will leave if you don't comply. Jinger Duggar's journey from a life shaped by strict religious traditions to the more progressive views she holds today has been an inspiring tale of personal growth and transformation. For many, the Duggars represent a family bound by a rigid set of beliefs, particularly when it comes to marriage, gender roles, and submission within relationships. Jinger, however, has gradually shifted her perspective on these matters, making her story both unique and captivating. One of the most striking aspects of her transformation has been her evolving understanding of marriage dynamics, especially when it comes to the role of women within the family. Growing up in the Duggar household, Jinger, like her siblings, was taught that women should be subservient to their husbands, and that a woman's worth and role were defined by her ability to please her husband and uphold traditional gender norms. The Duggar family's teachings often emphasize the importance of the wife's submission to her husband, and this doctrine was reinforced by the notion that a man's leadership was divinely ordained. In this environment, the idea that a husband could leave if a wife did not comply with the prescribed expectations was a prevalent and powerful notion. For Jinger and other women raised in similar households, marriage was not simply about love and partnership. It was seen through the lens of duty, obedience, and the fulfillment of prescribed roles. The implicit message was clear. A woman's purpose in marriage was to support her husband's decisions and ensure the home ran smoothly according to biblical principles. However, as Jinger has matured and experienced life beyond the confines of her upbringing, she has begun to question these teachings and embrace a more balanced and equitable view of marriage. With her move to California, Jinger began to experience a more progressive lifestyle and encountered different perspectives on relationships. She gradually came to realize that mutual respect, open communication, and shared decision-making were the foundations of a healthy marriage, not rigid adherence to outdated doctrines of submission and control. Jinger's journey toward a more egalitarian view of marriage, particularly in her relationship with her husband, Jeremy Vuolo, has been a source of much conversation and interest. She has spoken openly about how her views on relationships have shifted and how she and Jeremy work together as partners, making decisions collaboratively rather than adhering to one-sided roles. This new dynamic challenges the traditional views she was taught, particularly the idea that a husband would leave if a wife did not comply with his authority. By stepping outside the boundaries of the rigid structure she was raised in, Jinger has been able to redefine what marriage means to her, one based on respect, mutual support, and shared responsibility. Her journey represents a broader movement among individuals who were raised in conservative, fundamentalist environments, yet seek to create relationships rooted in equality and respect. While her past teachings may have included the notion that compliance was crucial to keeping a marriage intact, Jinger Duggar's evolution reflects a larger narrative, that relationships can flourish not by rigid compliance, but by nurturing love, trust, and mutual understanding. Jinger's story is one of personal liberation, offering hope to others in similar situations, showing that it is possible to challenge old norms and build relationships that are healthier, happier, and more fulfilling for both partners. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our Reality TV 24 channel and stay with us.